All right, welcome back, everybody. We are just getting things set up here for our match with our Hanover Horde A team going against the Franklin Nomads for the finals of our regionals bracket. So they've gone undefeated throughout. So we're going to be sharing their stream. I'll turn that on here in a second, and I'll let the headquarters casters cast this one. So we'll come back here in just a minute. I'll leave that stream run. So thanks a lot. Tune in. Let's go Horde.
I'm the coach for XP League, and I'm looking forward to having an impact on these kids' lives. I've been playing video games competitively since 9th grade. I'm now 21 years old, and I've never really got to be a part of a team.
Today you guys are here for tryouts. Now you might be feeling nervous, but don't worry. Everybody makes a team. Tryouts is not about picking you out if you're not good at the game. The only thing this is about measuring where you are at right now, so we can focus on how we can help you improve throughout the season.
Esports promotes cognition in the sense that there's multiple ways to win a game. There's not one set way that you can win a match. The meta in Overwatch varies. It depends on the game. The games change all the time, and every game is different. It has its own special, unique characteristics.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep your hands straight. Keep your hands straight.
For our practices, we aren't focused necessarily on who we're playing against, just how we can adapt our strategy towards the game. What we teach the kids when we're coaching is that there's another human being on the other side of that computer, and to treat everyone with respect.
I have my ultimate. Perfect. Keep going. Keep going.
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of a team. It's all about the experience.
I need you. Now, push in. We don't have enough time. We got it. Good game.
Both teams putting so much into the fight. We are so close.
Game like the pros and experience the largest North American youth esports competition.
And they take it. It's so good. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hanover Horde have taken the victory in the grand finals.
This year, XP League brings the North American Finals to the Full Sail University Orlando Health Fortress and Full Sail Live venue. The best youth gamers from across the US and Canada will battle head-to-head for the championship title this June. have what it takes to be crowned the champion? The largest youth esports competition in North America is this June in Orlando. Journey begins at xpleague.gg. Do you have what it takes to be crowned the champion? The largest youth esports competition in North America is this June in Orlando. Your journey begins at xpleague.gg.
Both teams putting so much into the fight. We are so close, stuck in overtime.
Game like the pros and experience the largest North American youth esports competition.
They take it, they circle it, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hanover Horde have taken the victory here in the grand finals.
Do you have what it takes to be crowned the champion? The largest youth esports competition in North America is this June in Orlando. Journey begins at xpleague.gg.
I'm the coach for XP League and I'm looking forward to having an impact on these kids' lives. I've been playing video games competitively since 9th grade. I'm now 21 years old and I've never really got to be a part of a team.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back with some more Overwatch action here. We've got an exciting match for you guys. We've got the Franklin Nomads versus the Hanover Horde. These are two teams that have been with XP League since the very beginning, since before we called ourselves XP League. These teams are some of the best in all of XP League. So get ready for a really exciting match on hand.
Absolutely, some titans here. I recognize some of these names out here, especially on the side of the Horde. I believe the Hit Scan, Pizza Freak Lantern. Those are names that we have seen before, and very excited to see some of these kids play again. They are just so excited, and we are here in the top bracket finals. It's very exciting.
All right, let's see how the Franklin Nomads approach this with their composition, with their approach as they look to make their first fight here against the former, the Overwatch NAF champions.
We got one Reinhardt already down with Athena out of her neck. This is a really good start here. Pizza Freak getting a pick on Anubis, and Lantern getting a kill on Yang, and that's going to probably clean up this fight pretty quickly. They're not going down without a fight though. Still a little bit of a brawl on point. 50 over here for the first fight. Looks like, well, I could be speaking too soon. It looks like they are really holding fast here. This fight is still contested, not going either team's way yet.
Lucio here doing a great job on the behalf of Franklin Nomads.
Holy shit, it's got down there. Oh man, it's again just cleaning that up, and it looks like they get the first cap here. Julian, what do you expect from both these teams? Like, is this so far kind of what you expect both composition-wise and just kind of playstyle-wise?
Composition-wise, I'm actually surprised to see the Hanzo here on the side of the Franklin Nomads. I think traditionally they've gone for more hit scan kind of type of characters. So it's interesting to go for this kind of this playstyle here. All right, ultimates coming out on both sides here. Both dragons trading. Let's see.
What? Boy, it looks like the mortality field kind of rescues people there, and is pretty good though. Looks like there might be a flip. Could be a little bit of a back cap there. And there it goes. Point flipped. 45% for the Horde. Nomads getting their first cap of the game.
All right, and that's a good result there for the Nomads. Exactly, that's what they want to see before it gets a little too high. You know, anything before 50%, if you're able to flip that, you know, you can be happy with that for sure.
Absolutely. You know, you want to, even if you let it tick up to about 50%, if you're able to get in there and start getting a good hold, that is, you're definitely in a spot where you can, hold that point for long enough to either reach that equal 50% or, maybe even go further with it. So this is definitely a good start for both teams. Mirroring that kind of tie game. And what a shatter.
Beautiful earth shatter. Just perfectly timed for that shield drop. Bam, slams it right down. Gonna bring them into a tentative lead here on this first point.
Nomads having a really great comeback here. Not that it was, it didn't take them very long, obviously, but they had a really good fight there before they took the point, and they are holding strong. And the Horde, they've got a little bit of work cut out for them, but they've definitely got the tools to do it. Oh, huge! Wow! Getting 2 picks, 2-3, getting one of their own, and it's good trades here. It's gonna go the way of the Nomads.
I was expecting that fight to be a big, let's throw a bunch of ultimates here. A lot of ultimates are on deck for both teams, but, just a beautifully well-placed Diva Bomb is going to extend the defense here for the Franklin Nomads.
Oh, Hitscan getting a really good pick on it. That might be the little bit of edge they need coming into this fight. We've got the ultimates coming out. Hitscan getting a pick on Flatter, and looks like, oh, it's a huge tire from Pizza Freak. That is going to be what they need to clean up that fight, flip the point in their favor. Pizza Freak, I have seen in a handful of different competitions, and always kind of an 11th hour type of player, making those big plays, big flashy plays on the Junkrat. Just excellent there.
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely put that on for play of the game contender for this series.
Absolutely.
So looking at this, Franklin Nomads coming into this, they've got the high noon. Bit of a zoning high noon here with the speed to bring them in past the shield. Beautifully done with the Lucio speed boost to get them past that shield.
That is 2 very big picks in quad, getting the Ryan Pizza Freak picking up the other Reinhardt. There are no more Reinhardts in this fight, and they're hopping on point trying to contest here. It's cut down by Yeg. And Pizza Freak falls shortly thereafter. That is going to be a flip of the point. They're in overtime. Looks like it's getting just barely able to touch the point there. And ball on point is a good spot for him to be. Spin around here, hold as long as he can. Doesn't want to leave the point for very long. He has to hold on to that. Hitscan, Dragons from downtown. See if he makes any work of it. Here they come.
Speaking of being a hero in the final hour.
Oh man. Going for it, looking for it. He gets a Nubis. That's definitely going to be good for him. Hunter's picking up. There are no Lucios in this fight anymore. And time is still hanging out there. 99 to 89 is anybody's game still.
This fight's been going on so long. I think that's the second Hanzo Dragon ult.
I believe so. I believe there's been a very long overtime. And as overtime continues, it'll start to tick down faster and faster. Anything reaches the point that on the side of the Horde, it is going to go away quickly, so they have to be careful and stick to this point as much as they can.
And not only that, once you hit into overtime, the respawn timers get longer and longer and longer until you don't really have an opportunity to get back.
And there it is, the High Noon picking up that pesky Lucio and going away from Nomads. Excellent first point.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
Here on Mecha Base, this is one of my favorites if I'm being quite honest. This map is so much fun.
Yeah, I love the variety of play styles that are viable here, from the double sniper to dive to barrier comps. There's so much creativity with this map, and so many opportunities to go for really smart kind of set plays.
3, 2, 1. Round 2.
Pretty normal on both sides for the way of compositions. A little surprised not to see the Pizza Freak on the jump ramp. That's definitely one of his favorites that we've played. And we're just gonna, we got that fight on the top that is kind of the staple of this map. There's always, you know, first fight generally up here.
I just want to pull attention to the ultimate charge on this Junkrat, 70% already.
Wow, yeah, that is big charge for a first fight. That is going to come in really good.
So that early ult put snowball for them, and that choke point is really rough with the Junkrat spam going down there.
Yeah, it was a really, really good choice for them out of the gate. Free make swap is exactly what he wants to do here. He knows how well that would go for them if they can capture it. Like you said, using that choke point to advantage. But it looks like Nomad's holding strong in the game there. We're gonna back up, regroup, try to go around the other side.
You know what I'm noticing in this fight, the exact same thing happened as the first fight, where the Reinhardt goes down early due to that spam damage. They may not have enough sustain with the Lucio, or maybe they're just not timing those immortality fields right. So I think what's going to really come down to whether or not they can get a leg up on this engagement is he's coordinating just a little bit more with their engagement between tanks and supports.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that, you know, with that being said, they're going to need to find a little bit of a different approach, and it looks like they might kind of get it because they came around on the opposite side and were able to push past that choke, and that is exactly where they want to be. But that Reinhardt does fall once again. Unfortunately, they are the Nomads doing an excellent job of making sure he goes down.
Absolutely, these choke points are really, really powerful for the Nomads. Looking into this next fight, what ultimate should we be looking out for?
Pizza Freak on that tire. He's got it ready. Very adept at using it. We saw the 3-man he got in the last game. Here comes one from ladder left.
Oh no!
Oh, Pizza Freak watched it come towards him and just could not get it in time. That's right, he's got one of his own coming up here, but someone's gonna have to touch first, and it just doesn't. Well, it looks like they did make it there. The Deagle went over the wall there, and overtime going to start up here. Pizza Freak needs to get in there, send that tire. Hopefully, he can make some work. Here it comes.
Oh, there it is. Super scrappy.
And, oh, he gets two. That's exactly what he needed to see, but it looks like it might not be enough. Some of the Hanover are falling left and right. Nomads, very close game here. They are basically all tied up here. That Reinhardt is solo. Lantern tips that up, goes after the quad, finishes out. Looks like they might even get the flip here. That is exactly what they want to see. Pizza Freak doing exactly what he needed to do right there.
Wow. I mean, Lantern and Pizza Freak took that 2v4, 2v3, no problem there. Great display of skill there from Pizza Freak and Lantern. Let's take a look at Jags and Ladderas and these other team players coming in here for this next match, for this next engagement.
They're coming in. They're coming in from the top side, and this is, you know, we saw this is the fight that they won earlier. And here comes the Dragons. We got one down, two down. That is going to probably a fight win most likely for the Horde. They got really good early picks there, and they will clean it up shortly thereafter. Very, very good start. They're keeping their foothold on this point, coming into 40% here. They still got, you know, two or three maybe fights to go.
Now looking here, what's the win condition for the Franklin Nomads here trying to push in through this choke point?
Honestly, if I'm the Nomads, I save all of my ults because you're 99%. You need one cap, and that's basically it. And I think if you are able to bank your ultimates and just simply overwhelm the Horde and get that one quick, you know, a good team kill, but they go in for a flank and a quick back cap. Oh my goodness!
Wow, that was so fast. What a fast rotation.
That was right up one there, and getting a couple more.
Oh my God!
Back in that very well. Wow.
The Nomads are stabilizing this. Wow.
They actually are. It's 2-on-2. This is still anything game. We got a couple ultimates coming in, a shatter, a minefield, and it looks like the Horde might flip it back. There they are. There's the flip back. Back on the side of the Horde. They are taken away 75%. 99%. This is anybody's game.
The Horde took it back, but the Nomads definitely made it expensive.
Absolutely. And, you know, they spent their ults completely, had an excellent rotation, and that was exactly what they wanted. Hitscan got his ult, here it comes. Dragon coming from downtown. Looks like it's not going to pick up anybody quite yet, but it's going to leave them pretty low, so they definitely are wary here. There goes the Lucio beat. That is the burst of healing they may need to finish this out. Hitscan off the side of the map. The Numas. Oh wait, he might have climbed back up. No, he fell. Okay. He probably tried to climb back up there with the hot.
Yeah, just not quite enough. Oh, beautiful sticky from Yags onto Pizza Freak.
That was exactly what we wanted. 99 to 99. Anybody's game. Nomad leading up rather. Oh my goodness. The ball holding on but couldn't quite get there. Horde picking up. Tied game. This is exactly what I expected from these teams.
Score 1.
Now, with this in mind, this 1-1, do you think we'll see a game 3?
You know, I am feeling it. I can feel the static, the electricity in the air. There's tension. I can feel that both these teams are not gonna give up so easily just because they go down 1-0. I think we're definitely gonna see a game 3 here. You know, if I was a betting man, I would bet on that. But you know, momentum's a fickle thing, so let's see how these teams hold out. You know, maybe one of them doesn't have just as much gas in the tank as the other.
Round 3.
And we'll find out as we go into the final map here on Busan. Coming on the left side, Tracer trying to get a little bit of early damage. Nice recall there, trying to disengage.
Going for a cheeky flank, except the entire enemy team decided to also go for the flank.
Yeah, you when you're trying to flank, you definitely don't want to run into literally everyone because that shuts you down pretty quickly. Looks like the Horde coming off to an early lead here. Hitscan picking up 2. That's big. Now they just got to get over to the point and cap it.
Do you think that was like a read from the Hanover Horde? Like, you know what? I bet we can catch the flanker if we just go this route.
It may have been. You know, the fact that they were all there and they didn't go straight to point is decently unusual. So I think they might have expected that flank a little bit. No, you know, if that's the case, exceedingly smart play. Oh, Hitscan getting a really good pick there on lateral. Yags going down as well. That is both the DPS down on the side of the Nomads. That is going to be a cost to regroup, I would think. So they're just trying to fight this out. Looks like they're going for a little bit of cap while they're fighting off point. Not quite enough.
Oh, this poor Reinhardt just trying to close distance. Can't quite get close enough, but also can't quite back up.
Yeah, definitely not quite what he wanted to see there. And now is going to be the time for the reset. I think they extended that fight a little bit longer. What do you think?
Hello there.
Yeah, I think that fight was pretty much lost once the Hanzo plus Lucio went down. I think once those two went down, those were 2 early picks in the fight. Once those 2 went down, I think you don't really want to take that 4v6. Better to just regroup.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some ultimates coming in here. Looks like they're expending a lot of their resources here, and they've only got 1 pick out of it. Not necessarily exactly what you want to see, especially when you're already pretty well sitting on the point. I think they definitely could have held on to at least one of those, but looks like so far it's paying off.
Yeah, I really like the call to disengage from the Franklin Nomads there and just come back after the ultimates are done.
Yep, looks like they're still going to continue to expend ultimates here, and it going to work good as they get a couple of picks there. Oh, the dragon? No, okay, the dragons did get canceled. I wasn't sure, but they do not find anyone there, and as they fly off the map in overtime here. The Nomads have a lot of work cut out for them. They gotta really run back to the Oh, that was an excellent place for the bomb. Here comes another one. Catches anybody else? Nope, ended up landing on the walkway up top.
A good stall coming out from the Franklin Nomads, but with all these bodies on point, I think it's just a matter of time before the Hanover Horde seal the deal on this one. And especially since Franklin Nomads coming into this, they don't really have any ults right now on hand that can swing this in a big way. Earthshatter's
now
gonna come out.
Oh man, yeah, that's it. Kind of the final nail in the coffin is they sent ultimate after ultimate. The Horde doing a really good job on that first map to close it up.
Play of the game.
Play a game here. I think we all know which this one is. The first map, 4-man junk tire. Oh, actually,
Yeah, we're supposed to. And yeah, in the overtime, picks up to there and just continues up. That was
a
a very
nice
11th
mine.
hour play. Yeah, that was excellent. Pizza Freak doing what he does best, cleaning up in the 11th hour. He
Nice
did a
and
really
easy.
great job there, just turning that around.
I hadn't noticed initially, but that junk rider didn't just kill one. You know, that junk rider killed one, did a ton of damage to 2 more, and then took out the immortality field, at which point it was just easy cleanup for the rest of the team.
Yeah. He sealed that flip of the point. Really, really well done for Pizza Freak.
So what do you see as being the strengths of the Hanover Horde that were able to get them that victory? I mean, round 1 and 2 in that first map looked really close, really tight the entire time, and then that third map. What happened on that third map on Busan?
I think it comes down to a little bit of those, just some of the individual choices by the players, whether it be ultimate usage or deciding to do a flank or anything like that, that just doesn't quite go how they expect. I think it ends up costing the Nomads just a little bit more than they hope. Like at the beginning when their flanker just got caught out by the entire team, it ends up, it's little things like that that just end up not necessarily losing you the game, but definitely put you on the back foot.
Yeah, what I saw there is I saw kind of like it seemed like they were really practiced on the first 2 maps. Like they knew exactly what their pathing was going to be. They knew exactly what their rotations were. And then on that third map, I saw, some kind of split plays going on. Maybe I'll poke in from here. Maybe we'll poke in from there. And then, not having that kind of backup plans for rotations on that map kind of made it seem like, to me, like it was map knowledge plus, those individual kind of choices that those players made to maybe not save their ultimate. Maybe this fight can be won. Maybe we can make it back if we even it out. Choices like that where in the moment it's hard to tell.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that last map there as well is a very difficult choice because, well, not even a difficult choice. That there are just less choices to be made. Of when you're on that map, you have basically kind of 2 main routes that you can go on either side of the point there, whereas the other 2 you can kind of come in from a lot of different angles, and I think that they're a little bit better at kind of adapting to those a lot of different angles, whereas when it's just kind of one linear track, they seem to have a little bit tougher of a time just kind of brute forcing their way through that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if I'm the Franklin Nomads here, I think I probably want to see a swap off of the current composition. Maybe go for something a little different here to try for a different play style, try for a different angle here. I think what they had there going with the Tracer on Busan, I just don't think the Tracer was working out on that Busan map. I just did think they had a lot of trouble getting in on the Horde there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're gonna see a swap. I think they know that that's something that's gonna need to happen. Maybe we see a Far Mercy to try and deal with Pizza Freak's Junkrat. But with that being said, there's still the Hanzo that we've seen a lot of that is gonna be looking at you with his bow and arrow. So it's gonna be a tough nut to crack there for the Nomads. But they definitely have the skill to do it. So let's see if they can take it to a map 3.
Looking at the maps available for them to pick from here, I think I want to see them on like a Gibraltar or a Havana. Something that really beneficial for that Hanzo. I don't think Junkertown would be the play for them. I think something like a Gibraltar, Havana would be really good for the Nomads going into this. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree, and I think between Havana and Gibraltar, I think Gibraltar is going to be their best choice. I think with just the way, especially the beginning of that map plays, I think that it'll lend really well to their skills. There's a lot of high ground for the Hanzo to play with. The one part where they might find a little bit difficulty on Gibraltar is going to be when they go underneath the that first like overarch there. I think they'll have a little bit of a difficulty there dealing with the Junkrat because that is just an avenue for him to just send every bomb that he has down there and capitalize off of that. But I still think Gibraltar might be the choice.
Think so too. Looking at this here, it looks like we're going to be heading to Havana.
Traveling to Havana.
Certainly not a bad choice. I think that, you know, there is a little bit more openness to this map, which will, you know, do well to counter that Junkrat. You know, they will be in kind of the inside, but even the inside portion of this map is still relatively open with a lot of different kind of high grounds and things to play with.
All right, and the unpause coming in. And here we go. Let's see what kind of compositions they're going to go for. I'm curious to see what swaps they may go for.
Yeah, I don't expect Pizza Freak to be starting on the Junkrat in this one. I think that just the way the beginning of this map is, especially on attack, it's just not going to be the right choice. I think, you know, we've seen Bunker here, which has worked pretty well. We've seen some different brawly comps. Yeah, I think it's going to come down to where they see the other team setting up, because, you know, they'll see is the team
Ready for battle.
back up in the high ground, or is the team kind of more up close? If they're back up the high ground, they might be able to get away with some kind of bunker. But if they are up close, they're going to want to brawl and go toe-to-toe right there with the rest of the Nomads. So
Interesting.
the Horde,
We've got some like fairly similar compositions and playstyles going on here. Double shield on both sides with a high damage ranged carry. So you've got the Widow on the side of the Franklin Nomads, and then you've got the Ashe with a swap to the Widow with what may be a Pocket Mercy. We'll see. And then kind of like an off DPS to do some main damage. Interesting Symmetra play here. I'm wondering what the thinking is behind that.
I think it's going to be to rotate from low ground to high ground very quickly. Definitely a good choice. It's going to give them that rotation ability that they may not have had otherwise.
All right, and the duel of the snipers here as they battle for sightline supremacy.
This is going to be very, very important. But hit scan looks like they're going to opt to swap out here, going for Ashe, and I think that is a really good choice. You're going to get the dynamite usage. So it doesn't quite get over the shield there, but I think that's going to be a good choice. Getting a pick here on the Eureka. Really good start here.
Yeah, they've got a strong push going on here as they come around to this corner, but right here is right about where I'm expecting the full engage to happen. Maybe they're waiting for another teammate to come in. Let's see what ultimate they're going to use that window.
Well, looks like Nomads on the back foot here. They are really giving a lot of space to the Horde. I think they definitely could have used the teleporter there to get more high ground advantage, and they ended up just hanging out on the low ground. That wasn't exactly what they were looking for there. Ended up being on the back foot probably a lot more than they expected. So very good start here from the Horde, and they have 5 minutes in the time bank. Beautiful start.
Yeah, that little corner right there, that little alleyway is a pretty hard spot to defend from. You have to push, you have to walk so long in the open in order to get to the contested payload that you can almost win there without even really fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it just comes down to positioning of these teams, and that is, you know, it shows kind of the skill of some of these kids that a lot of these games just come down to one little thing, like positioning is a little thing. It's very important in the game. But when that is, you know, the determining factor is the positioning, that really shows what these kids are about.
Wow, just really clean fights. I mean, that range damage is just coming in so strong from the Hanover Horde.
And the one pick on a hit scan is rectified by the Mercy. Very clean push through the second point. They actually gained time there, so that now they're at 5.5 minutes on the last point. That is so much time for this point, because this point really lends to the attacking side. It's very, very close to spawn now for them, and that is going to be really, really tough battle for the Nomads. Nomads going to be a little bit on the back.
I can see the Nomads bringing this back on this fight specifically. They have the Symmetra ult, they have the Sigma ult. With the Symmetra ult, they can cut off most of the damage from the Hanover Horde's ranged characters, and then the slam there coming through, but not quite enough follow-up. Really far away, a slam there, but a great pick. Widowmaker doing great work on this last leg.
Yags picking up some great kills here. Exactly what you want to be doing. Just really finishing out that fight. And now they're at a spot where they can kind of hang out by the payload and really take a lot more than they had been. Gonna put the Horde in a position to where they need to just kind of push hard and kind of push off the counter what's after. They need to get the next here. They don't want to be sitting on their hands for too long.
Absolutely. Ultimates coming out on both sides here, but it seems like the Hanover Horde correctly recognized, hey, we shouldn't commit all right now. Let's get a regroup and let's get a better fight for us. We've got 4 minutes on the clock. We can bank ultimates a little bit, play this a little slower.
And Yags was almost fell there. It was probably about 10 health or so. Getting a good pick there on the shield coming up to deny the Widow. She just machine guns that shield down.
It looks like they're just trying to play around this Widow sight line, just trying to get slowly pushing on the payload, making their way, playing around that Widow. Widow's down now, so it looks like they're going to be able to push a little more freely. Let's see what they do with it.
Time to go is now. He knows that Widow isn't going to be able to just pick him off, but he should be back here shortly. He needs to opt to head to the high ground and maybe drop down with an ultimate there. His ultimate is a 360 spear, so even if he's jumping from the high ground, he's still going to.
Now, if I'm a support here, I'm terrified. I'm seeing a lot of critical health. I'm thinking about all the ultimates that the enemy team has saved up.
And that is the team kill they are looking for. Wow, the Horde cleaning up very nicely and pushing to the third point. 2 minutes 58 seconds of time bank. Excellent performance.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Now you're the Nomads here, Julian. What are you looking at to do here to try and get yourself back into this game?
I think what I want to do here as the Nomads is go for some more mobility, and really try and lock down the Horde. So they've been going for Ashe Mercy, Widow Mercy, but I think what I'd want to see from them more is more mobility, so they can jump on those squishier characters a little more than they have been. They're playing this double shield war, and it seems like the double shield war is just not turning out in their favor. Maybe it's the damage isn't coming through to break down those barriers. Whatever it is, it seems like double shield is giving them a little bit of trouble on this map.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you here. I think the best option for them is to go in some kind of dive comp. Doesn't quite look like that's what they're opting for. They do have the Diva, but as far as their DPS go, the 76 and the Widow trying to continue to contest that hit scan. I don't know if that's going to be the move, but I think that they're going to probably see that, and maybe we'll see a swap. I don't know.
Well, let's see if we can get if there's going to be any early instant picks here as they're looking to come out of here out of the spawn. Sharking for the heads. Let's see, Yags versus Hitscan, the story of this map here.
He is going to be looking around, doesn't quite see.
Oh, I love what the Sigma did for the Hanover Horde there. The Sigma throwing up the barrier in front of their own Widow so that they can freely peek that sightline without having to worry about the other Widow.
There it is. Hitscan getting the pick on Yags, getting the pick on Misty. That is exactly what he was looking for. And you're absolutely right. That is an excellent placement of the shield. Gotta give Hitscan the free range to do what he does.
And a swap coming out from Yags over to the Hanzo. I actually like this a little bit more mobility and a little bit tankier. for lack of a better word, because they can brawl a little bit more up close and try and get in there.
And a little bit more shield break, which I think is going to lend well into this double shield comp. His Storm Arrow being able to rip down shields so quickly. Looks like Quad going up on the high ground, test Hitscan, which is exactly where he wanted to be. I think he's going to sort of hopefully go up, but not quite. Hitscan with that Mercy pocket is able to survive and get Quad out of mech. Doesn't quite finish him off, but he's out of mech and is just a baby diva running around.
Yeah, the D.Va going up, flying up there, I really like that play. I think they stuck around a little too long. If I'm the D.Va there, my goal isn't to get a kill. I'm not trying to get a kill there. I just want to get in there and distract, keep their sight line off of that long haul down, long road down there, and just keep it on me, keep the damage focused on me, and then get out, jump back in, just make it so that they can't ever really get comfortable up there.
Yeah, kind of an in and out guerrilla warfare, trying to just keep the Widow at bay and let the rest of work on cleaning up some of those kills.
Speaking of shield break,
got some windows for both teams. Jags picks up 2. That's going to be big, but Weirdo picks up 1 of his own and the out of mech. Pizza Freak picking up 2, and I think that's going to go the way of the Horde. The Nomads have a lot of work to do if they are going to continue to push this payload.
I think so too. I think what they have to do is they have to get a quick disengage here. They want to get killed right away. Something to try and either get out or get in spawn.
And it looks like they're continuing to fall here, and you're absolutely right. They need to just back up, disengage, regroup, and come at it another time. It looks like there are 2 in the back line. This is it.
Yeah, it looks like they were going for a cheeky kind of flank shatter play. Get caught out. Not going to work out there, but they've still got the shatter. And, I think it's all going to be, can they get past the shields? Can they break the shields down quickly enough to make the shatter work?
Yeah, and with there's 2 of the shatter, but we've got the immortality field coming in. Doesn't end up mattering. Getting a couple picks here. That is exactly what they want to see. Here comes the charge.
Whoa, from downtown.
Yeah, he's picking up the Arisen before the pin finish off, but that was an excellent play, and I'm really glad, really good discipline there from the Reinhardt is when he got caught out, panic, used his shatter, held onto it, and waited for the right moment to strike, and that was really, really well done from him. Very good discipline.
Absolutely. Hitscan swapping over to the Hanzo, so we've got a Hanzo Ditto here on this mid section, and I think that's the right choice. Widow not as strong on this second leg of the map. Hanzo going to be a better choice for this mid-range kind of battle.
Yeah, definitely going to lend really well for this area, and he almost has ultimate on the line. We've got a lot of ultimates coming out here. Quad doesn't quite pick up anybody, but it looks like Pizza for Kids both have theirs, and that kid's nasty. Here comes some dragons, picks up 1, doesn't see 2, no, it does. Oh, it does see 2. Very nice. Looks like, yeah, he's cleaning up here, and he is going to hang it on the payload, and as the team finishes up that fight. Good stuff.
It looks like with the swap to Hanzo over to the Widowmaker, they've kind of found their footing again and are starting to build momentum going into the last section of this second point. Can they get a contest? Let's see what they do here with the 3 ultimates they have on deck.
We do see the test coming in, and I think this is good. Even if the Nomads get on that 3rd point, the Horde in this situation needs to do well to continue to stall. And he's free. The ultimate coming in. Does it see anybody?
Wow, I love the tank play coming out of Manoa on the Reinhardt for the Franklin Nomads. I mean, he didn't let them just hang out there on that top balcony. He went up there, charged them down, caused tons of havoc, uses the shatter. I mean, this Reinhardt is really making a ton of space for their team.
Absolutely, and he is hanging out in the front line, trying to do what he does best, create that space. Trying to tear down that wall. I don't think he's going to be able to break it down. Looks like the Hanzo, he's kind of ignoring the Reinhardt there, and honestly, I think that you really need to get your team to jump in it, and looks like they are starting to go after him a little bit more. Looks like we've got Hanzo's on the Oh no, that's not how. That is a wrecking ball in the high ground over there. Not sure quite what he's doing there.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting
He's
play
going
there.
for a bit of a flank.
Let's see how this works out for them. Maybe they're just trying to stall the cart a little bit here. Tons of shields. You know, they can get in there without even really giving them a ton of ult charge.
Yep, and that is a good drop on a point for the kind of disrupt them as they're trying to push, but it wasn't quite enough. I know that they were trying to get back to the point, but I think ball was spotted.
And it looks like with the close response here, they're going to be able to stabilize and slow down the momentum of the Franklin Nomads coming into this last point. What kind of adaptation do you think they'll try to that the Nomads are going to have to make for this last point? Do you think they have to change anything up, or do you think they just need to build some ultimates and get in there? They've only really got a minute.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of time to build ultimates. It can be done. They've got 3 online already, but I just don't know that the Symmetra ult is really going to be exactly what they're going to need here. You know, it'll split the fight a little bit, but from the side of the Horde, they've got 5 ultimates, but they are in a very, very strong position to clean out this second match.
Oh,
And here comes the
big
dragon!
dragon!
Wow! And the immortality just coming in a little bit late from Misty, didn't quite end up doing it there, and that was from hit scan. That is exactly one ultimate. Finish us up that fight. There's only 30 seconds left, and with the Horde holding on to 4 ultimates, I just don't think the Nomads can finish out.
That's just such an amazing amount of value out of a 1 damage boosted dragon there from Hanzo. Just really, really great kind of value for that ult.
Oh! Hitscan gets picked up by Egg, but is brought right back. And the tire doesn't catch anybody, but the mines catch 3! And it looks like there's a shadow getting 1 kill, but I don't think he's going to do it. Overtime here. It does not look like there are any Nomads to push this cart. Then we got 1 recontest by Quad, and I think that's going to be it. Can anybody get back? Does not look like it. Excellent work here from the Horde. Beautiful, beautiful defense. Just an excellent job all around.
Let's take a look at play of the game here for Toonbury on the Sigma. Toonbury, the Sigma for the Franklin Nomads. Let's see how they use it here. Oh, for the Horde, my bad.
Getting that big value of just locking down people in that corner. That is, you know, that burst damage that he has, that AoE was a really good spot for him to be in, of just bursting those people down while they're hanging out in that corner, trying to hold on to that point.
And so that is gonna be all she wrote. The Horde win this match 2-0 on Busan and Havana. Really, really great gameplay from these two. 1-2 on Busan, 2-3 on Havana. This is definitely the closest competition we've seen all day.
In to get this far, you know, they have done a really outstanding job trying to just fight to the bitter end here, but ends up going the way of the Horde. So congratulations to all you guys, and just cleaning that up. Excellent job, guys.
And I can see, you know, in the chat, you know, the GGs, well plays are going on right now. Love to see it. And you know, the Franklin Nomads, yeah, they lost this match, but you know, they're going to be dropping down into two losers finals or elimination brackets finals, and they're going to be, you know, already, you know, they've got some tape to study for tomorrow.
Absolutely, definitely some good clips for VOD reviewing tonight. You know, they can really watch their competition, and you know, with all of these matches being streamed, they can maybe take a peek, see what other people have been running, see what, you know, they know who they're going to be up against, and maybe they can find something to work with, find some stuff to work on for tonight, and be round and ready to go tomorrow.
Absolutely, and I always love to see these two teams competing at the highest level at XP League. Looking forward to more exciting matches as the bracket continues. I don't know if we'll have another match for today. I think we're getting close to, I think, either the last round or this may have been the last round. We'll go ahead and check in with our producers behind the scenes and find out if there's any more matches for today. Everyone who watched today, everyone who shared the stream, everyone who's supporting their children, their families that are participating in XP League's North American Regionals. Thank you so much. Your support means the world to us, to the players, to the coaches, to everyone here. XP League would absolutely appreciates everything that you guys do, giving your these kids an opportunity to be part of a team, to experience what it's like to feel the thrill of competition while creating these amazing bonds with their team. So thank you to everyone watching at home and supporting these players.
Yeah, thank you guys. And really, this has been some excellent matches today. Been really, really fun to see these kids compete and fight so hard. Every single match was just incredible. Can't wait to see what the rest of the bracket has to offer. So if this is the last game, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely. So we'll go ahead and we'll cut it to a break. I'll be in the chat in the comments letting you guys know if there's any more matches. But thank you so much for tuning in if this is it. And hopefully we'll see you soon. If this is the last match of the day, come back tomorrow at, I believe, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. So time conversion, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We'll be back live again tomorrow if this is our last match. So thank you so much, and we'll go ahead and we'll kick it to a break.
I'm the coach for XP League and looking forward to having an impact on these kids' lives. I've been playing video games competitively since